Good evening, friends. Let's talk about Germany nowadays. People often think that Germany is kind of like the Holy Land. Germany is a good place to live, and people people consider moving to Germany. But me, as a German citizen, I can tell you something. If I had the money, I would leave this country. Germany, since the last couple of years, is breaking down more and more. And I tell you about my perspective on it. Living in Germany nowadays is expensive because of inflation, idiotic climate change rules, and too many immigration. We're ruled by a government with, in this government, most of the people don't have any work experience. They never gotten their hands dirty. We are ruled by dropouts, criminals, people who skipped university for some reason, never worked, and these people who actually never worked dictate people who actually work how to live their life in modern Germany right now. And our government totally lost traction in so many ways, and even more the sense what the German citizens wants and needs. They don't give a shit. They really don't care. And they even say it on German television that they don't care. So it's a common thing to say nowadays that inflation was caused by the Russians invading the Ukraine. But with all these side effects, the price is rising for almost everything. But here starts the problem, because the Green Party, especially Robert Habeck, he is the deputy federal chancellor of Germany. He is the federal minister of climate protection and economy. He said 2016 that if the Green Party is in power, which now they are, they will cut all the deals with Russia. So if you see it from that standpoint, if Russia would never had invaded the Ukraine, we had the same economical bullshit in Germany with the Green Party whatsoever. So the outcome, how we live right now, would be the same.
Doch, Herr Putin, Sie kennen mich nicht. Das ist auch kein Problem soweit. Aber ich bin gerade Spitzenkandidat meiner Partei geworden und geben Sie uns noch 2, 3 Monate, dann regieren wir diese Republik. Und dann wird sich Folgendes ändern. Wir werden erstens Nord Stream nicht bauen und die Handelsbeziehungen des Gastransfers zu Russland sukzessive abbauen, weil wir ein Energiewendeland sind.
But this guy, this deputy federal chancellor, federal minister of climate protection and economy, is actually a child book author. He wrote child books. And this person dictates Germany. He has no idea of the working people. The funny part is that Robert Habeck didn't even know what an insolvency is. But he is federal minister of economy in Germany. So the leader of the Green Party in Germany is Ricarda Lang. Ricarda Lang graduated school, dropped out from university. She tried to study law, but failed. Never worked in her whole life. And both of these people run Germany, basically. This is migration is more and more a problem in Germany. But you have to know, Germany is built on migration. This is a very important part. After the Second World War. And nobody can deny this. That Germany was rebuilt from the leftover Germans and migrations. Migration was very, 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 very important in Germany, and it was good. But nowadays, the migration becomes a really big, big problem here. With Angela Merkel, back in the days, with her "we got this" mentality, the government invited practically everyone to come here to Germany. And the government back in the days didn't have any idea how many that will cost, because migration always costs money. And since 2015, we have a massive problem. I don't know that I really don't know if some people outside of Germany recognize really what's going on in Germany right now, or since 2015, with all the violence, with all the rapes, murders, crimes in general. It's rising like there's no tomorrow. And it's kind of horrible when you see that people who are begging for help, raping, killing, stealing from the host, that give them food, a roof over their heads, freedom, and things like that. I really can't understand how you can flee from terror to become terror. I don't know. But nevertheless, I think migration is important, because here and there are some migrants with really good skills who can bring this country to another level. But from all the migration since 2015, it's a very, very small minority of people who really work nowadays. Most of them live in welfare. Over 50% of the welfare is refugees and migrants. That made me think, really, because I at some point I can totally understand them, because when I would move to a country and they would give me money more than I have ever seen before for doing nothing, for sleeping till noon and doing shit, yeah, of course, I would do it. So I really can't be mad about them doing this, because it's our government's fault. Our government has to say, if you want to come here, you have to work. And if you do some criminal shit, you leave right now. And you have to understand that the German welfare system is one of the best in the whole world. That's the reason why these refugees walking through many, many safe countries only to come to Germany. So if you have a sense of what it means when you have to flee your country, you would think, when you think rational, that you only flee to a country that is nearby but safe. No. Most of the migrants travel through a lot of safe countries just to come to Germany, because they know they get a lot of money from our welfare system for doing nothing, with all the insurances you need, with apartment, new furniture, money, and things like that. And we, the regular taxpayer, have to pay for this. So now, back in the days, the retirement age, when I started working, was 62. Then it was 64. Now it's 67. And they're thinking about that I have to work till I'm 70 years old, because of too many refugees coming here, living off my back in the welfare system, and I have to pay for them. I have to get up early while they can sleep till noon. And so I have to work for this. Our government is a clown show. The government thinks that when they shut down the nuclear power plants, while everyone around building nuclear power plants, that we are the winner, economy wise. Because the German government thinks that we are a role model. They really think that we are the next green miracle on this planet, while we destroy our economy totally. Because a lot of companies move away from Germany to other countries, because keeping a company running with those prices, when it comes to electricity, gas, and things like that, is too high. So they pack their shit, move to another country. And people like Robert Habeck and Ricarda Lang think that we are the next green miracle by destroying this country. And no one in the whole world thinks that Germany is kind of like a role model. They all think that this government is stupid. And we, the people, realize that this is stupid, but we can't do anything. On the other hand, we have the government telling people that the state treasures are empty. Therefore, there will be no discharge for taxes because we are in Germany. We have the second highest taxes in worldwide. But on the other hand, with the rising prices, the government say, no, we can't discharge taxes. We think about to tax you even more because of refugees, climate change, and things like that. And if you say something against it, that we should keep the generated money from taxpayers in Germany and not spending billions and trillions of dollars on other countries, you be labeled a racist. It's always that way. If you're thinking rationally, you'll be automatically a racist. We call this a Totschlagargument. The government spent millions of euros on gender studies, but practically nothing on education. It's weird. That's the reason why I'm sitting here kind of like a little bit not in the right mood for doing a video, but I think I have to say this because every time when I talk about this topic, my overall falls practically down and I'm kind of like pissed. But if you say something like, what about the border control? What about controlling who is coming in? Because a lot of refugees don't have any paperwork. We don't know who they are. You will be labeled as a Nazi. It is just like if I would say I leave my door open that everyone can come in and I'm being surprised when someone steal my shit because I left my door open and say everyone can come in and do whatever the hell they want. You didn't even do this with your home. So you close the door. You look for the ones who can come in and not. But Germany is wide open for everyone, with money for everyone, except for the people who generate the money. But the funny thing is, when I say we should control our borders, are the same people who totally understand when New Zealand, England, China, Japan, America, France, Norway, you name it, when they control their borders and control who's coming in their country, they totally understand it. But when it comes to Germany, no, never. The borders must be open. And that's the only conclusion for me is that this government want to ruin Germany on purpose. So I give you an example. What's going on with the German citizens here? My mother worked her whole life. She worked her whole life since she was a teenager. She retired. The retirement money that she earned every month now is 1,500 euros. 1,500 euros for working your whole life. And a migrant family, when they come here, they get 4 times more money for doing nothing. It's weird for me. I really don't understand it. I know that that migration is very important because, I say it again, the people from Germany with migrants built Germany up again. It's very important, but it is also important to control who is coming in. You even control your home, who is coming in. A nightclub controls who is coming in. A bank controls who is coming in. Everyone controls. But when it comes to Germany, all the people say the borders have to be open and everyone can come in without any background check or whatever because you can't do any background check. There's most of the time there is no paperwork. So that's the reason why we have a significant rise of criminality in Germany. Knife crimes, rapes, murders, theft, whatever you name it, we have it. It's dangerous. Germany is dangerous. Germany is intentionally run down by a government who didn't give a shit about the people here. The economy and the country, they don't give a shit. We have politicians in charge, like Robert Habeck, who openly say that the term homeland is horrifying for them. They can't identify with the term homeland. And he's in charge. We have other politicians who openly speak about things like Germany would better die. The moral of the story is no money for those who generate the money, only for others. If you don't follow the mainstream, you get cancelled or labeled a Nazi or whatever. If you think logically, not emotionally, you are the enemy. Germany is done.